It's Karen from Liongate Farm, and Easter's coming, so this is spring. I'm going to teach you how to make a quick carrot. These are really fun. And then we're going to revisit the egg because I've been getting a lot of questions on how to get the egg shape. So let's get to it. All right, you guys, we're going to show you how to make a few Easter things. I'm going to show you how to make a carrot, and then I'm going to give you an egg refresher because I've had a lot of people messaging me about how to get the egg shape correct, how to make the actual egg shape look like an egg. It's about learning how to push the wool with your needles. But first I'm going to teach you how to make a carrot. They're pretty easy. You got your green locks, got your little base of your carrot stem there, and I'll just show you. So what you need is some kind of orange. I have two different kinds here. This is marigold. This is the new orange speckle, orange marmalade speckle. And then I have various locks from my stash. So you just grab some locks. These locks will be coming up in our live sale next Friday on Facebook. I'm doing a little advertising cannon. I have a whole bunch of new locks, and I'm not going to list them on the website until after the sale. So if you want first crack, come to my live sale. 9:30 a.m. next Friday. What's the date? The 21st. So let's make a carrot. You need a skewer. You need core wool. And you need needles. Your favorite needle of choice, probably a 38 something. So I like the 38 star spiral. And then I have my pen tool. And then 38 star spiral. I don't even know what this is. I think that's a 36. Okay. We have our little skewer. First decide how long you want your carrot. They can be long. They can be short. Here's a little shorty. But it doesn't matter how big it is. You're going to make just a giant triangle is what you're going to do. You are going to take your core wool. I like them about this long. And you're going to wrap it down your stick. Do not let go. You want it nice and tight. This is kind of thick for core wool. Oh, best news ever. The skin tone that everybody's been waiting for is finished. Kate's just got to ship it back to me, and it looks really good, you guys. So we're going to have new skin tone. I'm very excited. She had fun. This is her first blending job ever. So do you see what I did? I wrapped it down, wrapped it back. Yes, my finger is inside. And I just made a cone. That is really all there is to a carrot. And then we want to make them look good. Now, if you've ever grown carrots or bought carrots, you know they are not perfectly smooth. They're not. They're lumpy, bumpy, all kinds of shapes. If you've ever peeled carrots, you know that. So I'm going to do a lot of felting while it's on the stick. We're going to round this in. This can be a quick video, Cannon. We'll do an egg. It'll take longer. We're going to round that in. I mean, carrots are fun. You can make them pretty quick. The tighter you wrapped that stick, the less you have to poke it. So what else is going on? Let's see. I got a big delivery of straw today. My straw guy's awesome because he stacked it all up for me. 15 bales. I didn't have to touch it. This is really awesome.
That's how it should be.
Yeah. Well, I paid him. Yeah. I like paying people to do things like that because it saves me. Actually, it saves John. It's a new straw. I think did you see the video of the sheep eating the new straw?
Not if it was posted today.
No, it was posted like last week. Early the week before.
Probably did.
So it's a new kind of straw. It's called triticale, right? It's not really straw, but it's long bladed. So the straw we can buy from the feed stores is all chopped up and it gets in the fleeces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's pain. And I don't know why they started chopping straw, but I saw this ad for this new vendor here locally, and They're really close. They're only like 5 miles away. And they deliver. Bonus. Okay, I pulled the stick out, you guys. So now I'm just going to poke this. And I'm going to keep it round, keep it nice and round. And you want some texture in here because when we wrap it, we want it to look like a carrot. Anyways, this triticale is a sweet grass. My sheep think it's very tasty.
Oh, nice.
So if the first bale I put down, I'm like, sweet, I'll put the bale down. I won't have to put another one down for a couple days. It's snowing outside. I look out there, they ate it all. So I put down another bale. They ate a lot of it, but now finally they were leaving it on the ground. I'm like, guys, you have hay. You have alfalfa. Go eat that. But they think it's super tasty.
How much does a bale of hay go for?
How much does a bale of hay cost? We feed alfalfa, and a bale of alfalfa is $17.
Wow.
Are you going to ask how many bales I feed a day?
How many do you feed a day?
1.5.
Okay, so about $30 worth
a day.
a day. Yeah, wow.
But remember, we only feed from like the end of November until like the end of this month, a little bit into next month, because then the new grass is coming on. So we're pretty lucky because we have good pastures here.
Oh, okay. So they just eat all your acreage?
Yes.
Grass off the ground?
Yes. And then right now they're also getting grain. They're getting a pellet. Because, there's babies on board.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to land. We'll have to do a special edition video out in the barn.
Yeah. So what, the pellet has nutrients in it or something?
Yes. Mineral. And then they eat baking soda. You know how we eat Tums? They eat baking soda whenever they get into something that their rumen doesn't like. Sometimes they're like little addicts. I don't know what they're eating. Or if they eat too much, they eat baking soda. And then they have a sheep mineral that is selenium, because we're selenium deficient area. You don't want lambs born that have not had selenium.
Wow.
Yes. Lots to learn about nutrition, but they're pretty much self-sufficient. All right, look at that. We have a carrot. Look how fast that was. So I want to make one out of this new color. This, like I said, is the orange marmalade, orange speckle. The reason I like it is it's like variegated. So just like any other, well, it depends. Now I'm going to go around. We'll talk about the other way with the eggs. We're just going to cover our carrot. Yeah, the sheep, everybody thinks, oh my gosh, you have so much work to do with the sheep. My work isn't with the sheep. My work is with the fleeces. 2 times a year, the sheep are labor intensive. Shearing and lambing. Lambing is no sleep time. Did you read my story about what happened with the sheep, though? In the middle of the night?
Yeah, there was some kind of predator stalking them or something.
Something, I don't know. And they all jumped that little low fence and they ended up in that little area. It was like teenagers had a party. I'm like, oh my gosh. They ate a half a bag of feed of shredded beets. They ate 2 bales of that straw. They broke a whole bunch of buckets. All my little things were off my bench, buried in the straw. Oh my gosh, it was a mess. They had a party. And they had the dog. It was 1:30 in the morning, and all the dogs were barking. That's what alerted me to the problem.
Yeah.
But the elk have been here, so I was thinking, okay, well, they're barking at predators because the predators follow the elk. And then I looked at the camera, and I'm like, oh no. At least they didn't get out of there. All the gates were closed. John's like, how did they get in there? I'm like, they had to have gone over because all the gates are locked. Cannon found my candy stash. Yeah, all the gates were locked. So what a big mess it made. We finally got that cleaned up yesterday. And all back to normal. Mira was just distressed, though. You know, you go out there and your guardian dog's like, I failed. She did not like them being in there. The last 2 puppies are going home on Friday to their new home. They're going to guard goats.
Nice.
Yeah, they're going to do a good job.
You're in Oregon? Or?
Yeah, locally, actually, out in Eagle Point.
Oh, cool.
On a 65-acre ranch. They're very excited. They came driving up in a little car, and then...
You getting both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They're taking 2. It's always good to have 2.
Yeah.
You know, and these guys are already guarding, so they're good. They're still puppies. You still got to pay attention. Because puppies will be puppies. They will play and do things with the sheep that you don't want, or the goats. Just like little kids. They test their limits. A livestock guardian dog is not truly guarding until they're 2. Up until 2, they can have mishaps. Maremas are more dependable than most. I mean, look what Zero had done to all my Ram's ears.
What does he do to them? Does he bite them?
Yeah, they're filleted.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. And if I catch him, he gets in trouble. But, you know, he's pretty sneaky. He's pretty sneaky. He still bosses them around. We put a molasses lick out there for the Rams, and he decided it was his. So he was guarding it.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime a Ram would go near it, he would get mad at them. It's like, Zero.
What a bully.
Oh, he is. He can be. He's a pretty formidable dog. So next week, I don't know when Cannon's going to post this video, so I hope you guys see this next week, and I'll post it everywhere in the group. We're going to do a live. We're going to make the needle holder that you guys saw. I posted the sunflower needle holder. You don't have to make a sunflower. You can make whatever you want, but just kind of have an idea of what you want to do, and you're going to have to find a container that you want to use. And I can demonstrate how I fill my containers and get it all solid and glue it in and everything. It'll be a fun live. And we will have some kind of giveaway. Some little giveaway. I have an idea of what I want to do. It might be kind of fun. So tune in for the giveaway during our live. So that's going to be 3 o'clock next Wednesday, right?
Yeah. 3 Pacific.
3 Pacific. So 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Mountain. I have to think. I'm thinking, what are they called again? And then I don't know all the European times or the Australian times, because we always get somebody from Australia, don't we? And Europe.
It'll be late.
Late. Way late. Like midnight your time.
But it'll still be on YouTube for them to rewatch. So
It will. But they have to be on the video and commenting in order to win. Well, we'll have some kind of question to ask them, right? Some question.
Yeah, last time we made him guess a number.
We had to pick a number. This time maybe we'll do a question. Some trivia question. You come up with the trivia question.
All right.
Doesn't have to be felting related. It can be crazy. So you're just going to keep poking your carrot until it's nice and smooth. See how easy these are, you guys? This is a really good beginner project. It's a good project to do with kids for Easter. They can make their own carrot. You know, start a little tradition of hide the carrot or something for Easter. Or make a whole bunch of them and put them in a basket and put them on your table. Maybe with a bunny. That would be super cute. But you just sit and poke until you get it looking the way you want it. And then we're going to add the top. I want this little gold piece. So, you know, when you get locks, don't think you have to use them as locks. You can always pull pieces off. That was a Leicester long wool lock. And it's going to be the top of my carrot. And by fuzzing it up, it makes it more like roving. Leicester long wool is coarse. It's not like the blue face. It's nice and silky. I have been washing locks, fleeces like mad. Like crazy mad. I learned that my wool house has power limitations because of my instant hot water. So I've got, I don't want to use that one. I've got one of these. I've got some of these. What have you been doing, Cannon? We had a lot of snow here.
I've just been snowed in, really, just...
That's right, because you work from home.
Just been working, yeah.
So that didn't mess with your job at all. Or
No.
did it?
No, I mean, it made it super busy because all the downed lines in the area.
Was there a lot?
It was insane. I've never experienced something. I didn't know lines fell like that. Like
Seriously?
every other call for 4 or 5 days was, hey, there's a down line here, my internet's out.
Or is
There's
that
a down line
because trees fell on it?
here. Yeah, because tree branches fell.
Oh.
Yeah, it was basically a bunch of tree branches falling on the lines, taking them down, causing a lot of internet outages.
Oh, because they don't have...
And these people are snowed in, so they're using their internet, and then they're frustrated.
Right, because they're bored.
Yeah.
And because they don't have Starlink.
Exactly. No, exactly.
So I had to teach Ellie something. Ellie calls me. She's like, our internet is out. I thought Starlink never went out. I said, Ellie, do you have the dish warmer turned on? She's like, the what? So I don't know if you know this, but Starlink has a built-in warming feature that heats up your dish.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to turn it on. Yeah. So we never lost our internet. So there we have our carrot top. Now, you saw the way I put those on. Now we're gonna just felt a little bit around the base so that they stay all in a bunch. And felt them down in. And I kind of like just stab here and there to stab them together. Because you know how carrots lay like a bunch. I think Diane has been posting carrots in the group, hasn't she? Her name's Diane Dempsey. Has been posting some carrots.
There's been a lot of posts.
Isn't it great?
Everyone's been sharing their stuff.
It's awesome. Keep sharing. I don't care what you make. It can be something I taught you. Look at, there's a carrot. You can always come back and add, you know, a little discolor, you know, just add a little shading to your carrot to give it depth. Because, you know, they're not solid orange. They have marks and discolorations like potatoes. Well, I've never felted a potato. Seems like it would be kind of easy, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They're lumpy bumpy. It might not be that easy.
I think a beginner can felt a potato.
Hey. I had a group of a homeschool group here yesterday. And those kids were amazing.
Wow.
They brought their stuff to show me what they made. I was like, wow. And I mean, the ages were little, from 4, 6, 8, and 10.
Wow.
And they were really good. And the 10-year-old was knitting tiny things. She made me feel inadequate because I don't knit. I was like, you're knitting little sweaters. Oh my gosh. Little sweaters to put on her little mice that she was making. It was pretty cool. So they were getting supplies to make other things. So there you have it. One little carrot. And you can make it pointier at this end just by stabbing, stabbing, stabbing. I know you guys get the idea. Okay, so let's make an egg. Eggs are so much fun. See how it has a 3D ear, the little carrots. Eggs are fun. This looks like grass, and we have sparkles in this. So I've been getting a lot of messages about how to get your egg to look like an egg. And again, it's manipulating. You can see I blended some fibers there. Oh, look, I have some locks in here. And, you know, there are companies that you can order pre-made egg shapes, but you don't need to. I'll show you how to make your egg. This is Cannon's favorite. This is locks that I just poked till they melded. And I can show you how to do that since that's his favorite. I like when they do this. They kind of gradient down into a dramatic color at the bottom. Or you have your little flowers. Or you get totally creative and make dots. It's like coloring eggs. This one's kind of fun. Okay, and then you can display them in very cool things like little egg cups. Found these, I think I got these at Hobby Lobby or something. It's got sparkly center in that flower. Yeah, they're very fun. Here, we'll put that guy there so that you can see it. Putting the carrots in the carrot bin. All right, skewer land. Here we go. And I know I showed you guys how to do this. And somebody said, yep, I followed your video, but I still had trouble. So we're going to do it. I think it's 3 inches. I'm going to guess it's pretty much 3 inches. You want to make your egg a little smaller because it will get bigger when you add the color. Kind of like we just did the carrot, but you want to be tight, really tight, going up and down this skewer. So a batting type core wool would not really work. Don't let it twist, let it untwist. We're going to get thicker down here. And then I'm going to get another piece. The sun is out. I'm so happy. So happy, but it's still freaking cold. That's not the word I would really say.
Yeah, it's been clear and cold.
Whew. All the waters were frozen again this morning. Ren, you know, puppy Ren, she really loves when I take the ice out of the waters. It's like her favorite play toy. 6-month-old with chunks of ice. So this is all loose down here, but this is super tight. And it's already starting to look like an egg. But I think what everybody was saying is that they have trouble with this bottom shape. So we're going to concentrate on that. Revisiting the egg. Let's just get it all on here. And I actually make them pretty much egg size. Well, extra large eggs. And besides, eggs are so expensive right now. You want to felt your eggs instead of buying your Easter eggs. I think it might be cheaper.
It's been fluctuating. I've been eating a lot of eggs, and it was like 2 weeks ago. It was like $12 for a dozen.
It was?
Yeah, at Walmart, Eagle Point.
What?
Yeah, and then, but I just recently went a couple days ago, and that was $12 for like regular white eggs. Crazy. I just went a couple days ago and got natural eggs, a dozen for $8 each. So it's been fluctuating.
$8 each egg? No, I'm just kidding.
No, that'd be crazy. I've seen them going in California for $15 a dozen.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to pull our skewer out. I definitely poked here so that the guts don't come out. Put the skewer aside. So now this is flat and this is pointy. So this is where I think you guys have been having trouble. So what I want you to do is poke this around. So just poke a little bit around. But we want to develop that round part. Down here. The bottom of the egg. And you know what? Get an egg out of the fridge. Well, not for too long because, you know, they are a hot commodity right now. But since they are, you can felt all the Easter eggs that you're going to hide. And then up here, it's almost the same thing. We're going to felt this down, but we want to felt it round. You don't want it pointy. Although I've seen some pretty crazy eggs. Oh, the snow broke our chicken coop. But that's okay. I can talk about this because John never watches the videos. So I want to turn our chicken coop around. Remember, the chicken coop came with our house. We've not had any chickens in it. It's a really nice chicken coop. It had a run attached to it, and this is what broke. It had 2x4s all the way across, and it was covered in chicken wire, and the snow broke all those 2x4s or 2x6s or whatever. So now, because John was complaining there's no way he could work in there because, you know, there's a fence. Well, now we have to take the fence down. Perfect opportunity to turn the chicken coop itself around so that the door is in the right place. So all I'm doing right now is smoothing this egg out, getting it to egg size and egg shape, etc. Ha ha ha. Couldn't help it. But how fun would that be if you're dyeing, you know, you dye eggs with kids normally, you could make Easter eggs with kids. How fun would that be? I know the kids that were here yesterday are going to make eggs. They were talking about it. They got a bunch of colors. I think their next plan, though, was to make the otter, to do the otter video. Rip was in heaven. He was in kid heaven. So really you're just smoothing this out, and you want this to be pretty smooth because when you start laying on your color, you don't want it to collapse. So are we almost egg shape? We are almost there. But now we're going to add, and that's going to make it get bigger. So I brought some lock. I want to do these ones. Let's do these ones. Okay, so these are locks that I dyed the other day that will be available on the sale, like I told you. So to make like this, I just, you know, a lot of people say, what do you do with locks? Well, they're good for bits of color. Excuse me. And by opening them up, Stewie. I think you're his favorite person, Cannon.
It's a fact.
Well, after me, maybe.
Does he sleep with you guys?
He sleeps on a pillow right above my head.
Oh, wow.
He has his own pillow, his Stewie pillow. And he has to put his paw, his one remaining paw, because I don't know if you guys all know, Stewie only has 3 legs. He puts his paw on my face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or on my head. He has to touch my head or my face somewhere. So see how this does not look like a lock anymore because we've blended it all together. So then I'm going to take another color. I love rainbow locks because look at all the colors in this. You have your lavenders, and a lot of these colors are made by the blending of the other colors of dye. So I'm going to open this lock up till it's fuzzy like that. And I'm just going to add it. And all those little colors, those pops of color that are in there are going to start showing up. But it will look different than the lock did. This is very Eastery. You do have to poke this more than you would poke Coriadale, you know, or prepared wool, because we are in lock form. We're not in roving form. And you have all those curls you got to work in. I have the itch to do some gardening, but it is just like, nope. Froze my fingers off out there this morning. So I'm not stabbing deep, I'm stabbing shallow. See how you can see all those different colors that were in that lock? There's greens and purples, lavenders. Let's do this one. This one's got teal and purple, like a sea green color. So, did you see that another plane crashed into another plane?
When was that?
On the runway.
Oh yeah.
On the runway.
They just kind of touched the wings, right?
No, it totally crashed inside of it, it looked like.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Nobody got hurt, but... Okay, guys. Pay attention to what you're doing.
Seems like there has been a lot of news coverage about anytime a plane issue has gone on, it's been covered.
But I read, ooh, this is looking cool. I read a thing that said there's 5 plane crashes a day.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
That's
we
weird.
don't hear about them all.
A plane crashed into my job at Airport Chevy. It was insane.
I remember, were you in that
Yeah.
building?
I wasn't there that day.
Oh,
It was
thank,
my day off. But everyone else was there.
that was that little tiny plane, right?
It was a 2-person Learjet, and it crashed into the freaking building at like 500 miles an hour going straight down. And it put a
Yeah.
crater in the...
Didn't the person pass away?
Of course.
No, but before, I thought they determined he died. Like,
Oh, no, it was like a fog issue. It was a really foggy day, and he had this, like, some kind of vertigo thing. Happens, I guess, in fog and planes.
Really?
It can happen.
Oh, like you don't know where you're going?
Yeah,
Well,
apparently he didn't turn off his, like...
Sometimes I feel like that can happen
you know
in a
those
car.
blinking lights that are on each end of the
Yeah.
wing? Apparently you're supposed to turn those off in the fog, or it can cause you to, like, not know where you're at.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't fly.
I only know because I crashed into my work, so I was kind of interested in this story.
Yeah, it was in the service bay too, right?
Yeah, it took out like 10 new cars that were over there waiting for service, part of the service bay. It's craziness. There was plane parts everywhere. And every single car on the lot was covered in like oil from it burning. It
Really?
came back down on the cars. We had to clean every single car.
Well, not you.
It was pretty much all hands on deck situation.
Oh, really?
Because, yeah, there was literally every car was covered in like soot and
Ew.
oil. Yeah.
It's kind of like when we have the forest fires and everything gets covered in ash.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like how pointy this guy is, so I'm going to poke it down some more. You know, you just got to keep working every little side. Because eggs are definitely not square. They're just a weird oval. Are you liking these colors?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking, since this is your idea. These colors, how to use a lock to make colors. So when you open it up, they all disappear, but when you poke it back on, they appear again. It's kind of cool. So I have the appointments for all my new glow stick appointments. I'm very not excited.
What is a glow stick appointment?
Glow stick appointment is where I get radiated and they take pictures of my head and my neck and
Yeah.
turn me into a glow stick. One
You
of them.
like drink all that stuff the night before.
No, not the night before. That appointment is in June. At least that one's far away. First, I have a CT of my head and then I have a CT of my neck and my spine. And then I have the MRI of my head, of my little friend. That's the one I have to drink all the stuff. you go in, you have your MRI, and then they send you away for an hour. You drink a whole bunch of stuff. Well, actually, they inject it into you. And then you go away, and you have to come back. But I'm in the tube for like 2 hours. It's really not fun.
Yeah.
Why is Rippy acting disgusted? Probably because Stewie's by you. Oh, I'm liking this one. Sometimes I do things and, I choose a color combination and I don't like it. But this one's looking good. So when you're working with locks, it obviously takes longer to poke them nice and flat than if you're using prepared rovings. Because a lot of times I get questions, what are these locks for? Just like I get how do I make my egg smooth? How do I make it look like an egg? And really it's just working the bottom here till it's nice and round. There's a piece of my farm in here. Since I'm trying to build up my dyed lock stock, I'm using the dirtiest fleeces first because they're always stained. They don't make good white locks. And they are the stinkiest fleeces. So stinky. So not fun. Okay, this is going to be the bottom of my egg. And once this is smooth, we're going to be all done. It's a short video today. Just revisiting the egg by request and a little carrot by request. I do take requests. You guys know that. You gave us a whole list of things. Slowly working through them. I know you want faces, and Janice said she would be agreeable to teaching faces. So we may have a guest felter, and I will have felt along with you because I'm not good at faces. I'm okay. She does really good.
See that Abraham Lincoln sculpture?
Yes, that was so cool.
That was good.
That was really cool.
The wrinkles and all the
Yeah.
little details in the eyes.
Yep.
The eyes.
It looked just like him.
Yeah, it did.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, really good.
Nice felting of a historical figure. Very cool. I liked it a lot. You guys, I don't care what you post in the group. You can post anything you make. You just gotta be kind to other felters. That's my only rule. Ask questions. We'll try and answer them. Cannon answers the YouTube questions. I answer the group questions as much as I can. I get in there all the time. Oh, I like this color. I feel like it needs more purple in it, though, don't you?
More purple's always better.
More purple. No, I don't want to put the pink. It's too much. More purple.
I like lavender, as you can see in my phone case.
Yeah, I know. But no, what I'm impressed is that you have a case.
Yeah.
Cannon got a new phone. So hopefully our videos will get even better. But okay, this is different locks from a different sheep, and they don't want to open up. Let's add some purples and a pink. So you can just keep adding until you get what you want. So see how dark blue this is? Watch what happens when we open it up. You know, if you want to be super technical, you could do this on some combs or dog brush. It's called flick carding. You can open them up. I just use my fingers. There's usually a dog brush sitting up there, but I don't see it. So if we were going to do a whole fleece, you'd use a picker. I have one of those out in my wool house. They look like a medieval torture device, but they open the, you send the locks through and they open them up. So it will not be as dark blue as we started. It will be muted. If you like the look of the locks, you can leave it, but I like to poke them out. We did do a video where we just wrapped locks around the egg, and that looked really cool too. Give it a lot of texture. To me, this looks like a landscape. Van Gogh egg. That's my favorite color right there. At least on these locks, that's my favorite color. So I want to see you guys posting your eggs. Oh my gosh, now my dog is a fan. Cannon. Rip's laying on his back for Cannon.
Kicking his leg up.
Kicking his leg up. He sleeps in the bed too.
Oh.
Yeah. And he likes to stretch way out. He sneaks up there. We don't even know he comes in until, you know, I don't have any blanket. I'm like, where are all my blankets? Rip has gotten in between John and I and just made himself at home. He's like, yep. So you get the idea, you guys. You just keep going till it's nice and smooth. Look at how cool that is. This is a Van Gogh egg. And you can leave it like this, or you can use it as a backdrop and, you know, put some flowers on it, or a bunny, or whatever you want. I kind of like them plain. If you want it to be really smooth, you could soap and water it up and felt it really smooth, but you don't need to. You can just use your needles and it'll be all done. So, one egg shape. Do you see how that came out the same size as the rest of them, even though we started smaller? Okay, it's a little bit smaller. What are my measurements? Just put an egg in front of you. Measure an egg, how big you want it. You don't need to go over styrofoam. It's all about the core wool. Totally fun. Okay, one very cool egg. Thanks for joining me today. Right now we're in my workroom. This is my workroom. Cannon wanted to come in here so you get to see all the fun stuff behind me. And we made carrots. That was really fun. Look, I put a little twine around mine. That's going to go on a table. And we revisited the egg. Very fun. So if you need supplies, head over to www.liongate.org, hit the farm store, and make sure you click like and follow us because it really helps us out. And make sure you enter the contest on the website. So, and then you gotta like and follow YouTube, enter the contest on the website, and we got a sheep for you.